Collingwood.
Park, South Melbourne leading by 4 points at half-time. Third quarter from VFL Park as umpire Bill Della prepares to put play in way. Round and Keenan, the latter getting the first knockout. Ian Roberts comes to Fields, who drops the ball straight away. The umpire says he was held, and it will be a free kick to Neville Fields, right at the centre of the ground. Fields looking for Roberts, folds. His opposite number 10 got there first. Carmen's long hand pass. Looks for Marsh. McLeish. Andrews. Stoneham. Walker. McLeish is right there with him. Stoneham comes in again to try and get away with the ball. Not successful, so we'll have a ball up to take place right on the point of the square. 4 points the difference. Round and Keenan. Keenan got that one out, but past Stoneham it comes to right. Gets around Hawker. Fires it in towards the goals. And it could be a mark down there taken by South Melbourne's Morwood. Roberts, who's already kicked 3 goals.
Not a bad type of player, this fellow, is he, Peter? Looks good. We mentioned him in the Escort Championship. He impressed very much too.
He kicked the winning goal against Geelong. John Roberts. Ian Roberts playing on the wing. John Roberts shoots the goal and has put it through for another one to South Melbourne. That's his third. Fourth. So South Melbourne to 9-14-68, leading Essendon 8-10-58 by 10 points, 1.5 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing in this game because the scores, I think, have changed about 12 or 14 times since the start of the game. So don't write the Bombers off yet. But putting up a pretty good show, as I mentioned in the early part of the commentary, that they've lost about 5 of their star players, and that certainly takes the sting out of any side. Keenan winning most of the knockouts in the ruck. Got that one again, but there's little Wright doing a great job trying to get it out. Finally, it comes out here now to McLeish, gets it over to Wright again, but Wright misses. McLeish backs up, but can't pick up. They're all having a bit of trouble getting it up at the moment. The umpire's going to ball it up out there on the edge of the square, in between the wing and half-forward flank position for South Melbourne. They're in front by 10 points. There's a player warming up. That's McAllister, the ruckman. Interesting to see they take off because they couldn't take Keenan off. He's doing a great job in the knockouts. There's another one to Keenan, a big long one to Robbins there. Couldn't pick it up. McGee gets it out now to Murphy. Out it goes there to Browning out there in the wing position. It's a long kick. Roberts coming in for the sit. Punched away by Merritt. Going after it now is Evans. Evans turns away nicely. Then he's grabbed, lost the ball. Merritt's a little bit slow, but finally gets a hand pass out there to Danaher at half-back. Oh, he's going to do something silly there, but he's holding the ball against him, and a good decision by the umpire. Tried to do that a little bit extra and was caught by Murphy. Good Presbyterian name, Murphy, isn't it? Murphy with the ball out there on that half-forward line, about 65 metres out from goal. Drives the ball up there. Roberts got the sit at the back. He can't mark that. Carmen lost control. Punched away by Danaher. Now Michael Wright. Hand pass to Fields. This looks dangerous. He hooks the ball back, but it'll go out of bounds. He got it up the side of his boot. Most unusual for that left footer who's been playing very well indeed today. Matter of fact, he's played very well this season. Merritt with the ball now. Coming across the goals. Could spell danger. Well, bad shot of a bit of play on the part of Merritt that time. It's on the ground now. Finally picked up by Hurd. Spins away nicely from Wright as he gets the ball back there towards the wing position. No, it didn't go out, but it will be out now. And it's out of bounds on that half-forward line for South Melbourne, about 75 metres around from their goal. They've been into attack for most of this third quarter, and they lead by 10 points. Round actually got that way. Knocked out that time by the big fellow, Merritt. Mars gets a hand pass back. Not a good one. Stoneham gets a hurried kick around towards the half-forward line, and a mark here to Simon Madden. And he looks for someone to give a hand pass to, but decides to run around his opponent.
Essendon skipper getting away. Tripped. He was grabbed by the ankle by Teasdale.
Well, that was good play on the part of Teasdale because he would have been well clear, Peter.
He stopped him running on, didn't he? That's right. So Madden now. This time he goes for a kick. Oh, Murphy up and either by Neagle it is. Neagle short in towards the full forward zone. There's Ackerley for South Melbourne. Very good mark in defence. He'll perhaps look for Round out here in the pocket and finds him. South Melbourne skipper. He's gone for a hand pass over towards nifty Neville Fields in towards the centre. And mark missed by Morwood. Tapped out towards Muir. Towards Hawker. Back to Muir. Muir at half forward. Short towards full forward. Looks for Dave. Knocked away by Francis Jackson. McGee's in there to back him up. Jackson down, pushing the back, says the umpire. Free kick to be taken by Francis Jackson. Jackson at left half back. Once again, the sunshine very bright here at VFL Park, almost a summer's day. McLeish in front. Round. Madden over to Stoneham. Stoneham long kick down towards the forward pocket again. Donnell is there for Essendon. Can't do much with the ball. Now he picks it up well. Snap shoots for goal. And what's he done? It's a goal, I think. Well played. Donnell second. Essendon come back at South Melbourne on Seven's big lead. The scoreboard. South Melbourne 9-14-68. Now lead Essendon by only 4 points. 9-10-64.
Round goes for the grab that time, couldn't hold the ball. The short kick finally picked up by Keenan, and the Bombers going to attack. This is Stoneham going after it now. McGee right on his tail, but he'd been too far for him. He knocked him out to kick the ball. Umpire didn't see it as it going out for Dunham. The ball knocked out to Madden. Hand pass coming over. Day fires for the goals, and they've hit the front, the Bombers. That's his second. Not a recovery by Essendon too, so it's 8-14-68 South Melbourne. To Essendon 10-10-70 at the 6-minute mark of this third quarter. Well, they're doing a great job, Essendon. Look, there's Ian Stewart on the fence there, the coach. Put his hand up to his head there. He'll need to, because he must have thought when South got 10 points in front, they were starting to look pretty good. But the determination of Essendon have brought them back to the field, and now the Bombers lead by 2 points. Back to the centre again. Keenan against Round. Keenan dominating the centre bounces. And once again he gets it out. Pushes it out again to Neagle. He drops the ball, but the umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. Right going out. He pulled to the ground. He'll get a free kick. Now it's holding the ball against him for throwing it. Free kick there to Essendon, picked up by Stoneham, driven down towards the full forward zone. Good chance now for David. His foot got in the way that time. Robbins comes in. He's knocked by Jackson. Day goes down. There's a stack up here, and the umpire will ball it up there in the forward pocket position for Essendon, about, let's see, about 40 metres out from their goal, if that. 2 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Knocked out that time. Stoneham tries to get clear, couldn't get out. Umpire will ball this up for sure. Still about 40 metres out from the Essendon goal. Round against Madden, number 27 for Essendon. Tries to grab it. He finally does, gets it out a little wide. He's in a bit of trouble. He is grabbed by Hurd. Finally gets a hand pass back here towards Ackley. Ackley on that wing position, drives it up towards the half-forward line. Punched away by Paul Morwood. Hawker can't pick it up. He goes down. Finally, it's grabbed here now by Danaher. Grabbed too high, and a free kick will go to Danaher at half-back for Essendon.
Neil Danaher, left half-back for the Bombers. 68 plays 70. Essendon lead by 2 points. 8 minutes into the third term. Danaher goes across the goals. Might have been dangerous, but Timmy Watson's there. Watson looking for a hand pass to Carman. That's successful, but Browning's there. Watson back again. Gets the hand pass out again, this time to Nagel. Nagel from a long way out. Teasdale's in the goal square. Madden in with him. Knocked over the top. Day, goal! Day's third goal for Essendon. What a game here at VFL Park. On Seven's big lead. Hope you're enjoying our telecast as Essendon 11-10-76 lead South Melbourne 9-14-68.
Well, there's the play in action. This fella's nearly the best player for Essendon up this stage of the match. Neagle has been a very effective player, and that's a beautiful kick up there towards the goals. Going directly at the goals as you should at the big VFL Park. Madden went for the punch, and watch the way that Day scoops it away from the pack. Beautiful play on the part of Day.
Well roved, wasn't it?
Beautiful play.
Back into the centre, 68-75. And the crowd really finding their voice at the moment as the Bombers answer the challenge. But Round over to Carman. He's grabbed by Goss. Holding the ball, is it, or holding the man? It's a free kick for Carman. The crowd don't like that, the South Melbourne supporters anyway. Carman, high torpedo punt. Well, that's a beauty. 65-70 metres, that one. McGee and Ackley. Essendon fans don't like Robbie McGee. Did appear to have his number taken earlier. We'll have to wait until the end of the match for that, though. Donnell, danger on the forward line for South Melbourne. Snaps in towards Madden. One-handed, he's got it! Oh, Teasdale should have gone the punch. Madden's kicked 2 goals for Essendon. And the Bombers hitting a purple patch. Can he make it 3?
Waiting for Madden to have his shot, going for his third goal. have got their second win back now, the Bombers, and they were struggling actually. South Melbourne leading by 10 points in the early part of this quarter. Now they've come back, really back into the picture. Not a very good kick. It may be coming around enough. I think it has. Yes, a goal. Another one. So that's Madden's third goal, and Essendon, of course, 12-10-82. For South Melbourne now in the hot seat, 8 goals, 14-68 at the 10-minute mark of this third quarter. Well, you watch this, Mark. A beautiful bit of play on the part of Madden.
What's Tees done, eh? He got out manoeuvred, didn't he?
Well, he stuck his backside into his stomach there and got himself into position. Of course, he's a very tall guy, and I felt that possibly Teasdale should have gone for the punt. Let's see who gets this knockout, because Crackers Keenan Forrest has not got most of the day so far. Or pushed out again by Essendon. There's Neagle going after. He's played very well indeed. As I said before, the ball drops a bit short up there towards the half forward on a mark to Watson. And a free kick. Please yourself if that one was for. And Watson, a 15-metre penalty against South Melbourne. They're becoming a little bit rattled. Put this well into attack up there towards Simon Madden. He's got the mark. Oh, he's been a danger down there. He's been too good this quarter for Teasdale. He's going for his 4th goal now. And this could be a match-winning quarter for Essendon. Not on the boundary line, but at least he's on the right side for a right footer. Difficult shot, but he will run around a little bit. The umpire could call play on. Now he's going straight for him. Oh, he smothered it. And it's out of bounds. Madden appealing to the umpires, and he went over the mark. Why not having a bar at Bill Dull? He's an experienced umpire. Doesn't fall for that trap. There's Madden and around. The back was Carman. Punched away by Teasdale. Down towards the forward pocket position. Going after it now is Goss. Right on his tail as Robbins grabbed him well too on the boundary line. Umpires call play as all the players stop, and Robbins has his kick back and he's put it out of bounds. Umpire going across to talk to the players. What's the decision down here? Is it out of bounds on the full, or will it be a throw-in? I'm a bit confused here at the moment.
It's a free kick.
It's a free kick down the ground after he must have been something the South Melbourne player Goss did after Robbins had kicked the ball. So it's free kick to Robbins down the ground. He actually kicked the ball. Ball back into play. Not a bad sort of a shot. It's a goal. Now 1 point. I don't know what that was all about. I can't work it out because Robbins did kick the ball. So it's what's the score? 9-14-68 to Essendon 12-11-83. A difference of 15 points at the moment after trailing by 10 points in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter. Ball back into play again out towards Kanan and Brown. Brown's got the mark. A hand pass coming out to right. Nice bit of play on the part of right there at half-back. Boots the ball down there looking for his teammate, and a mark taken here by his brother Michael Wright. Talk about brotherly love as the ball shot down towards the full forward position. Morwood at the back, couldn't hold that. Knocked out that time by McAllister. Ball coming down towards the wing position. Going, oh, he's grabbed, well collared. Ball back here, they're grabbing hard now. Essendon, that was a good tackle by Bennett. Fields gets up to have a bit of a go. He's pushed in the face by Bennett. It was good tackling on the part of Bennett that time. He's talking there. Look at this, a bit of fancy talk. He's trying to get Fields in a bit. Ball down there in the back pocket position. Bennett gets the ball back towards the half-back line. Punching it away now is Round. Back it comes to Roberts. He taps it on the wrong man. Picked up by Hurd. They're going well, the Bombers. The hand pass from Stoneham over there to Hurd again. A short pass out wide. A chance for Murphy to mark. Well intercepted by Murphy that time. Gets it down to Browning. Browning at centre half back. Goes for a kick. Not a good one, but could be okay as Ian Roberts misses it all together. Picked up by Danaher. And the Bombers playing a lot of confidence over the head of Hurd. Now Robbins comes in. Pushed away that time by James on the ground. Short pass. Watson couldn't mark it. Neither could Ackley. Going after it now. Down there is Browning. Got one in the back, but picked up now by Watson over to Dunnell. He can't get clear either. Finally a hand pass to Madden. A goal coming up for sure. Good play on the part of Day that time. And that's Madden's 4th goal. So we see Essendon 13-11-89. Looking very good at the moment. To South Melbourne 9-14-68.
Well, this term, hasn't he, Madden? Taken to the centre. Nobody really got a decisive tap out there. It comes to Paul Morwood, in towards McLeish, out on the wing. McLeish takes the mark in front of Neil Danaher. Goes high towards half forward, looking for Michael Wright. And I think almost had the mark. Andrews was there to intercept. Picked up by Andrews now for Essendon. Andrews short towards the centre. Knocked away by McLeish, past Stoneham. Gives a chance down there for South Melbourne to pick the ball up and clear it down towards half forward. The Swans badly needing a goal here, with Essendon really having their tails up at the moment. And they're playing very good football, the Bombers. Marsh to Bennett. Bennett again short towards half forward. Carman in front of Browning. Carman right on centre wing now. Will put Essendon further into attack. A long kick by Fabulous Phil. Looks down there for Madden, and he's got it again. Shoots it out towards Nagel, one of the best on the ground for Essendon. Nagel, another long kick from him. Watson has the sit at the back. Couldn't take the mark. McGee defending desperately for South Melbourne. Goes towards the boundary line. Good defensive tactics by McGee. Keeps it out of the danger zone. Only momentarily though, because it's about 25 metres around from the behind post, with once again Essendon in attack. It's Madden and Round. Comes down towards Stephen Wright. He'll clear. Stephen Wright gives it over to Goss. Goss to centre wing. Knocked away by Michael Wright. Comes to Bennett. Marsh. Tackled by Stephen Wright. Marsh gets away. Only just. Short pass. Was that a stab pass? And Fabulous Phil almost got it in. It wasn't a mark. Carman. Beautiful footwork. Almost fancy, but Stoneham messes that up. Murphy. Murphy from Carman. Drops the ball. Carman's free kick. Carman having a chance to put Essendon further ahead. They've broken away to a lead of some 21 points in this term with some magnificent football. Carman, 40 metres out. Won't score. Round at the back. Claims the mark, but it's play on. Barry Round, the South Melbourne skipper, defending desperately. Back into the centre. Michael Wright up over the top. Down to Bennett. Bennett can't get clear. Comes to McLeish. He's grabbed. Play on again, says the umpire. Bennett gets met solidly by Round. Marsh short and towards full forward. Up goes Madden. Can't take this one. Two South Melbourne players almost fight each other for it. And driven away by James it was. Max James out towards Nifty Neville Fields. He goes over. Free kick, is it? Yes, it is. Free kick to Fields.
Free kick to Fields down there at the half-forward line for South Melbourne. They badly need a goal. A beautiful pass out to Roberts, but he fell at the wrong time. This allowed Muir to pick it up, and they're away again, the Bombers. Around that outer side wing, Nagel going out. By golly, he's been a great player today. Ball shot short across there towards the half-forward line, and Carman's got it. They're all coming to light at the moment. Back it goes to Muir, the back pocket player down there on the half-forward line. A long shot up there towards the full forward. There's Madden, the back of the pack. He's got it. And Madden has been a real match winner this quarter. Going for his 5th goal. He'd have to fall over to miss this one.
And Essendon 6 for the quarter, Lou.
And they're number 14 for the match. By golly, what a player he's been for the 3rd quarter. He's been a real match winner, Simon Madden, the captain, playing a skipper's game. Right through the middle for another goal. Number 5. So it's 14 goals, 11-95. Essendon, a winning quarter for South Melbourne, 9-14-68. And South Melbourne led in this quarter at the start for the first 5 minutes by 10 points. You watch this mark. He gets himself set.
Like Royce Hart.
Coming right at the back of the pack. Eyes on the ball. And a magnificent mark by the Bomber skipper. And he's played a great game. Of course, he's had plenty of help and full marks to Essendon today. They looked as though they could have been thrashed because they've had half their side out, all the match winners, but they've put up a great show. Travis Keenan. No, he couldn't get near that one. Grabbed by Michael Wright. Back to Barry Round. He taps it over now to Smith. A hand pass back to... that's Goss driving the ball down towards the forward line. Pack flying to a mark to Morwood that time. And this is Tony Morwood going for another hand pass. Too long. There's a chance for Paul Morwood. Knocks it back to Smith. Smith back to Tony Morwood. They're messing about South Melbourne. Not getting anywhere pretty quickly. Fowles is there. There's going to be a ball up for sure at half court about 50 metres out from the South goal.
Murphy off and Ian Roberts back on, Lou.
Roberts back on the ground and Peter said Murphy off. Sent up the bounce again. Knocked out by Keenan over to Watson. Went for a hand pass to Danaher. They're both spoiling each other now, but Watson finally picks it up down there at half back. Goes for a short pass, not a good one. Punched away by Paul Morwood. There we see Stoneham trying to get it out. Finally kicked out now to Stephen Wright. A short pass to Barry Round. It's too long. And grabbed here by Danaher. He runs around the big fella very easily as he gets the ball back there towards the wing position. Mark couldn't be held that time by Roberts, but he backs up pretty well. A hand pass coming out here to James. Another one back, a bad one, putting his team out under pressure, but finally Goss relieves the pressure there, picking the ball up out there to the centre of the ground. And a mark finally taken by Smith. Smith boots the ball back up there, looking for the full forward Roberts, but this time it went astray, but it's okay, and Fields has taken the mark, and it would be about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. Actually, Fields has played a pretty good game for South Melbourne today.
South Melbourne to me look a little bit undermanned, Lou.
At the moment, they've fallen to pieces. You know, they played so well up until about quarter of an hour ago. Field going for a goal. A badly needed one by South Melbourne. The kick is not a bad one. It's right through the middle. So it's Essendon 14-11-95 to South Melbourne 10-14-74. A difference of 21 points at the 21-minute mark of this third quarter. But don't write South Melbourne off yet because there's a heck of a way to go.
He's certainly a character. Well, here he is going for the knockout against Brown. He'll take it too. Well played, Crackers. And he gets it over towards Paul Moore. Down towards Hawker, though. Essendon defending desperately. And they're defending well. Hawker at halfback. Now it's play on. Off the side of the boot. Out towards Muir and Foles. But neither will get there, and the ball is over the boundary line. It's thrown back into play. Murphy back on for South Melbourne. And Keenan is limping off to be replaced by Merritt. Well, Keenan was under a cloud. That knee bandage still on. Picked up by Carman. Carman taken by Andrews. That's Stoneham in front of Goss. Stoneham short pass looking for Robbins. Robbins at centre wing. A hurried hand pass finds Peter Bennett. Bennett short of right half forward in towards Marsh. That was a beautiful pass, and he takes the mark in front of Ackerley. Marsh a long way from goal. Couldn't score from there, so goes for a pass. Taken by Nagel, who's been brilliant at half forward. Stoneham, fresh air shot pretty well from the former Footscray player. Gives the chance to Ian Roberts in the back pocket. That's smothered over the line. It'll be thrown back.
23 minutes gone on this third quarter. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket position. Looks as though there's Peter Keenan's knee with an ice pack on it, so it'll be bad luck if they lose him for the match because he's dominated the centre bounces right from the word go. Even though Brown's played well around the ground, he hasn't been in the event when it comes to the knockouts. Knocked out actually by big fella that time. Matt finally picked up by South Melbourne as they send the ball through Evans over towards the centre wing position. Getting up for high was Michael Wright, went for a punch. Tried to get it down to McLeish. He's got it on the band and got a good trouble getting it out. Finally goes for a short kick. There's Watson coming in. Finally it's picked up by Stone. A bit of fancy stuff over to Carman. Back to the Fowles. There's plenty of handball going at the moment. Andrews. And the ball driven up there by Day. And a good mark take. Oh, he dropped it the first time of the quarter, Matt. And James can't get out of the pack. He was grabbed. Now Marsh has retrieved it. A running shot for goal, but it's off target. And it'll go out of bounds on the full. So it'll be a penalty free kick down there to Jenkinson. 10-14-74 South Melbourne to Essendon 14-11-95. We're at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. Been a beauty for Essendon. Simon Madden being a star in this quarter. Good mark to Barry Round. Well, that's justifying my argument, Peter. He's played well around the ground, but he's been beaten in the centre bounce knockouts or the knockouts from the boundary line by King. And it's bad luck he's off the ground at the moment. Punched away from Watson that time, and the ball is out of bounds on that centre wing position. Well, South Melbourne are still in it. They're only down by 21 points. That's not an impossible task the way football's played today. Barry Round against Merritt this time. Carman's coming in there too. There's Round trying to grab it out. He tries to get it out, but Watson snatched it away from the pack that time. Boots it up towards centre half forward. James going for a fly. Couldn't hold the mark. Well grabbed free kick by Marsh, but a free kick the umpire said. I don't know what Marsh did wrong that time. We can't criticise the umpires. And they've done very well today. The ball kicked back by James up towards McLeish, punched away by Danaher. There's a go for Browning to get clear. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball that time, and he'll take the free kick at centre half back for South Melbourne. South Melbourne starting to settle down a little bit, even though they're 21 points down. They lost concentration completely for about a quarter of an hour in this third quarter. Punched away by Andrews. Marsh again getting out of the pack. He gets a hand pass to Stoneham. Stoneham's clear and boots the ball well down towards the full forward position. Off the pack, Ackley backing up well. A hand pass coming out now to Jackson. Jackson's looking for someone to give it to. They can't find anyone. And there's a chance for Hurd. The mug only put one hand up that time, and the ball finally scooped out by Ian Roberts. Over it goes to Paul Morwood. He's trying to get out. And finally it's pushed out again by Stoneham over to Roberts. Hand pass back around. He scoops it up beautifully. A long hand pass out wide. And there's a go for Smith to send South Melbourne to attack. He does that up the centre half forward. Morwood flies. Got the mark.
Great mark.
What a beautiful mark by Morwood. Hand pass coming over the field. Under pressure. Another hand pass out wide to Smith. A running shot for goal. And what's the result? It hit the post again. That's the third time for South Melbourne.
They're stiff.
Well, they're stiff, but that's the name of the game. You've got to put them through the big ones. 10-15, 75 South. The Western 14-11, 95. 26 and a half minutes gone of the third quarter.
Ball kicked clear of hand and foot by the Essendon fullback again. Marsh takes the mark, gets away from Stephen Wright, only just. Stoneham, he's played well today for Essendon. Stoneham's hand pass taken by Big Merritt. Looks for Bennett, but a bad one over the top, but Bennett can still get the run of the ball like a little ferret. Out towards Hurd. He's clear of Ian Roberts. Shoots it at the goal. That looks pretty good, I think. Another one to the Bombers. They go further ahead. And on 7th Big League, South Melbourne 10-15, 75. Essendon 15-11, 101. That was his first goal. And it came up in the time-on period of the third term. Well, Big Merritt has just come onto the ground. We've seen a lot of him in the Commodore Cup, of course, last year, and I think you'll be seeing a lot more of him, and so in the senior ranks this year. But of course, Essendon's senior ranks today quite depleted, and their effort at the moment is pretty good. Round gets that tap out. Andrews, Big Ron, Robbins, Teasdale. I don't think she'll be playing in defence because I really don't believe he's match fit enough after not having too much pre-season training with the club. Possibly would be better rested in the forward pocket, and we can speak after the event this quarter because Madden's kicked a bag full of goals and has been one of Essendon's best players. Here he is again. Madden and Round. Round actually won that. Teasdale gets it over to Bernie Evans. Evans back towards Smith to Browning. Browning at centre wing for the Swans. A grubber of a pass was ill-directed at best. Carmen's there with Gary Foulds, who tries to pick it up, almost threw it out, but it's a free kick to Essendon to be taken by Foulds at left half back. Gary Foulds, the full back for Essendon. Hurd. And the torpedo punt kick, we don't see too many of those. Jackson's at centre half back and takes the mark for South Melbourne, and he'll be assisted by a 15-metre penalty against Day because he knocked the ball out of his hands after he'd taken the mark. Paul Morwood looks for Murphy and finds him. Murphy short. In towards half forward. Gives the chance to Basenko to get the ball out to Marsh. Carmen. Again, one of Essendon's best. He's having a very good season so far. Fabulous Phil gets away from Stephen Wright. Marsh. Back to Carmen was good handball. Carmen now at left half forward. Looks for somebody up on the forward line. A one-handed marker is brought in by Donnell. I think he could kick this. South Melbourne player down there is number 9, that's Ackery. He doesn't look too good. We'll keep our eye on him. He doesn't look too good at all. Seemed to be met heavily, or fell awkwardly after that, contesting the mark with Donnell, but in comes Donnell for the shot at goal. Could be useful for Essendon if it's through. Might be just touched on the line. Rounds there. It's socket clear at the goal mouth. Here's a chance for Essendon to pick it up through Day. He snaps. It might be a goal. It is. A goal today. And Essendon go further ahead right at three-quarter time too. That's 4 goals today. So in 7th Big League, as Ackery leaves the field, as I said, he doesn't look too good. South Melbourne 10-15, 75. And Essendon 16-11, 107.
And as you can see by the quarter-by-quarter scores, Essendon came right away from South Melbourne in the final term, kicking a further 8 goals, whereas South Melbourne added only 4. For Essendon, Madden finished up with 5, Robbins and Day 4 apiece, Donnell 3. For South Melbourne, John Roberts got 7 and Morwood 2. That's Tony Morwood, Madden, Robbins and Carmen, the best players for Essendon. And for South Melbourne, their best were John Roberts, Stephen Wright and Round. There were 2 reports after the match. Russell Muir was reported for allegedly striking John Roberts, and Robbie McGee for allegedly striking Donnell in the first